When you have pets and there's a tropical storm approaching, you got to plan accordingly. Stick around, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Now, as a pet owner, I walk my dog several times a day, but with the approaching storm, I've got to make plans to do things just a little bit different. We can't expect a dog to hold it for 24 to 36 hours, or even 48. So I came up with a plan of how we're going to handle that, and I'm going to show you right now. Okay, first I've cleared some space in our garage to work with, and so I've got an area here that's about a 6x6 square that I'm going to be using. First, I'm going to take some plastic sheeting that you find at the home center, and we're going to spread this out all over the floor. All right, next we have some of these giant dog pads. These are training pads that you would use to spread on the floor in your home in case your dog has an accident. They're very absorbent, so they're going to contain up to 14 cups of liquid. So we're going to spread a couple of these down on top of this plastic. Okay, so now we have our plastic down and we've got our absorbent pads on top of it. I'm using 2. It's creating a space about 3 foot by 3 foot, which is plenty of space for 2 small dogs. Now next, to entice the dogs and so they understand that this is a place for them to go, we've got to add something else. All right, so by placing a few pieces of sod on top of this absorbent material, which is on top of the plastic, it's going to provide a place for the dogs to go. Now the idea is, when it's time to take them out, we will still put them on their leash, walk them to the door, show them that it's pouring down rain and howling wind outside, then walk them in here into the garage and let them see the grass. And the idea is that it'll be a familiar place for them, even though it's indoors, and hopefully they'll do their business here. The last thing to do now is to test it out and see if it works. Come on. Come on, Toby. Toby, come on. Good boy. So Hurricane Elsa has moved on, and I wanted to report back to you on how well this worked for me. The boys took to it very well. I let them out here on a leash, and they sniffed around and didn't seem to have a big problem with it, and within just a couple of moments they hopped up onto the grass and did their business. And I tell you what, that was so much better than trying to take them outside in a storm, which the dogs have never enjoyed, going out into the rain or the wind, and it's always distracting and they don't want to do their business anyway. So this worked out great. And I spent about $10 for sod, and these pads here, I already had a package of those, but I don't remember that we ever spent more than about $10 on those, and this piece of plastic was only a couple of dollars. So, for about less than $15 or so, certainly less than $20, I created this spot for the dogs to come out here and do their business during a storm, and it prevented both of us from having to go outside in the weather. So just a tip for you, it might be something you want to try the next time that you're going to be having some really bad weather, and it's going to prevent you from being able to take your dogs outside. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this tip, and let me know in the comments below if you think it's a great idea or if you have other suggestions on what you can do with your pets during a storm. And I'm going to go ahead and stick up a couple other videos right over here that I think you're going to enjoy, and if you click on those, I'm going to see you over on the other side. Hey, thanks for watching.